This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
Good morning. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. Several human rights groups filed a federal lawsuit yesterday against what the suit called Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' blatantly unconstitutional executive order that targets two Muslim civil rights and advocacy organizations. This month, DeSantis labeled the Council on American Islamic Relations and CARE Florida as foreign terrorist organizations. According to a press release, the lawsuit filed in the Northern District of Florida argues that DeSantis has violated the Constitution of the U.S. and exceeded his legal authority in other ways as well. Yesterday was the deadline to choose insurance on the Affordable Care Act marketplace in order to ensure coverage starting January 1st. And customers may be seeing skyrocketing costs. WMNF's Chris Young reports advocacy group Florida Voices for Health held a press conference highlighting the effects of the lack of enhanced subsidies that they may have on 4.7 million Floridians who get care through the ACA.
The cost-saving subsidies expire at the end of the year, and Congress has not yet decided on a plan to extend the subsidies. Advocates say the lack of credits will force Floridians to choose between paying unaffordable premiums, selecting plans with reduced coverage, or going without insurance. Lynette Bidwell, a resident of Winter Garden, suffers from chronic pain and is on a limited income. She says her healthcare plan with Florida Blue went up 589%.
Because of that, I am forced to switch plans. Switching plans means losing my primary care provider for over a decade. The doctor who knows my details of my medical history, losing him is devastating.
Florida Voices for Health is still urging lawmakers to extend credits, but in the meantime, they encourage Floridians to pause before auto-renewing their plans and consider their options in the marketplace. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Florida is trying to short-circuit constitutional challenges to a new law that blocks cities and counties from approving more restrictive or burdensome changes to growth plans. A judge is slated to hear arguments this week. Attorneys for state officials argued in two motions that a Leon County Circuit judge should dismiss challenges filed by 25 cities and counties, the growth management group 1,000 Friends of Florida, and an Orange County resident. The prohibition on growth plan changes was included this spring in a wide-ranging bill called SB 180. Lawmakers said it would help the state recover from the 2024 hurricanes. The law, signed in June by Governor DeSantis, effectively freezes local land development regulations and comprehensive plans through October 1st of 2027. Mosaic Fertilizer told a federal appeals court this month that a legal battle should end because the company has completed parts of a Polk County road project that include phosphogypsum. That's a radioactive byproduct of the phosphate industry. Mosaic urged the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to dismiss as moot a lawsuit filed by the Center for Biological Diversity challenging the project. The environmental group filed the lawsuit against the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Last year, the EPA approved the use of phosphogypsum for the pilot project on Mosaic property. Mosaic says it will test and monitor the road base that has been constructed with phosphogypsum. Governor Ron DeSantis and the cabinet will consider spending more than $27 million tomorrow to purchase 3 conservation easements intended to keep development off timber and ranch lands. The proposals involve land in Escambia, Okeechobee, and Putnam counties. Because of the Okeechobee County property's proximity to the Avon Park Air Force Range, the U.S. Air Force is expected to pick up about 10% of the cost. Under conservation easements, land can continue to be used for such things as timber operations and ranches, but it's shielded from development. Governor DeSantis and legislative leaders continue looking at the impacts of artificial intelligence in a variety of areas, from insurance and education to the workforce and data centers. The discussions come as President Trump moves forward with an executive order that seeks to put the federal government, instead of states, in charge of regulating AI. DeSantis wants state legislation to address issues such as protections from Chinese-created AI and deepfake videos, and the impacts of huge data centers on the environment, water resources, and utility bills. DeSantis doesn't expect the federal order to interfere with Florida's efforts to add regulations. It'll be mostly sunny today, highs in the mid-70s. Tonight, partly cloudy and cool, overnight lows in the mid-50s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warm, highs in the high 70s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.